Hi there. This video is a seated body scan. So this is something you can use in the middle of the day when maybe you've been at work for a while and things are getting a little bit swirly or overwhelming and you just need a little bit of a break, or maybe something has just happened and it's kind of activated you and you're kind of tense and upset about something, and maybe with good reason, but you know that you have a meeting coming up and you've got to kind of calm yourself before and get grounded so that you don't take that frustration and that pent up stuff into the meeting with you. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna show you how to do this from a seated place, but you could lie down as well if you are at home and you can take a break and you can go and lie on your deck in the sun or in the shade or somewhere that is very comfortable. The idea here is to be as comfortable as possible. And so I'm actually going to get a second cushion from this other chair and put it behind me, because I feel like this chair is making me sit back a little bit more than I would like. So this is giving me a little bit more support behind my back. And I'm gonna have a sip of water because I need to stay hydrated. So I invite you to have a sip of water as well before we get started. And just let yourself come to the most comfortable seated position that you can find. So your feet are resting on the floor, your hands are resting in the arms of the chair, if that's comfortable, or maybe in your lap. Maybe you'd like to sit cross-legged in your chair. I'm gonna sit not that way because now I've got two cushions here and there isn't really room to be cross-legged, but that's another option. I like to do this sitting on the floor sometimes too, cross-legged, maybe with a cushion under my hips. Anyway, allowing your eyes to come to closed or partially closed. You could even just, sometimes some people when they close their eyes they get a little bit dizzy, so if that's you, you could just try lowering the lids of your eyes about halfway and then just gazing at the floor or the table in front of you at a kind of a 45-degree angle. So you're just quieting your vision somewhat. And as we settle in, just allowing yourself to, as much as you can, let go of all the need in your body to hold yourself up. So we're going to practice here really surrendering to the support of the chair. And we're going to start by just letting the hips and the legs, where they make contact with the seat, really get heavier. See if you can actually take your attention to those places at the back of your legs and your bum that are sitting in the chair, and just relax. Just let go of any gripping upwards that might be happening there. Good. And noticing that as you do that, perhaps your shoulders just start on their own to sink downward. And we're going to do a short body scan that starts at the bottom of the feet. So take your attention now to your feet as they rest on the floor. Just as best you can, take your mind's eye or your attention to the place where your feet are making contact with the floor. And just noticing any sensations, any temperature or pressure. Inviting the bottoms of your feet to relax and melt a little bit, become a little wider on the floor if possible. And then taking your attention from your feet to your ankles, letting your ankles soften. Just imagining that any tension in the body as we scan just has the opportunity to dissolve or drain out through the bottoms of your feet. And taking your attention now to your knees, just making the trip from the ankles to the knees. And you might even want to, if it's available to you, just take your hands and just gently, maybe make some gentle circles over the knees. Just thanking the knees. Thank you, knees. You do so much work to bear the weight of this body as it moves through the activities of daily life. That's a big job, supporting an entire human. And just thanking your knees, letting them relax for this short break that we are taking together. And now moving your attention from your knees up to your sit bones. These are the bones that are pointing down into the seat from your backside, your bum. And just letting your sit bones be heavy in the chair. Letting go of any tension through the thighs again. Bringing your attention to your belly. You might even want to place your hand there. Just letting the belly be soft. I know, we all want to walk around looking like the belly is flat and tight and held in, and this is your chance to just let it go. Let your belly be soft, be as it is. Good. And now taking your attention to the heart. I call this area at the front of the top of the chest the heart panel. And you might just want to place one of your hands there. Just allowing your heart to soften as you bring your attention to it. Sometimes at work, we feel like we have to harden the heart for a variety of reasons. so we don't have to feel bad about making tough decisions. Maybe so that we can maintain a professional image, an unemotional image that we think will make us more respected by our peers and important others. And if that is true for you, if you've had to harden your heart in order to perform well and be rewarded, then just taking this moment now to allow your heart to soften a little, if possible. Just offering some compassion to yourself. You're dealing with a lot. There's a lot to hold. You have many things on your plate beyond your paid work. And just giving yourself a chance to relax here together. And now relaxing the shoulders. You can let your hands fall back into your lap if you like, or keep them on your heart and your belly if that feels good. Just allowing the shoulders to soften. I'm amazed at how much tension there is in my shoulders today. Even though they were already down, they were not up by my ears, they were still kind of grippy. So I'm just going to practice ungripping through the shoulders. And I invite you to do that as well. And taking your attention to your throat, the back of the neck, and just inviting some softness into the muscles in the neck. Seeing if you can relax the jaw. You might want to take your hands and just place them on the jaw gently, just inviting. This is where the most powerful muscle in the body is here. And so we often clench teeth without even realizing we're doing it. Clenching our teeth together, engaging that masseter muscle. So just give it a chance here to relax, maybe letting your bottom teeth not touch your top teeth, letting them just relax away from each other. And letting your cheekbones soften. Giving yourself permission for this little bit of time to not smile, to not have a pleasant look on your face. And just notice what that feels like. To let the cheekbones relax and soften. And softening through the eyes, the temples, and the forehead. And even seeing if you can relax the top of the scalp. You might just want to take your fingers there and tap a little bit gently, to get connected to that spot, and see if any softening is available at the very top of your head. Good. We've spent a few minutes here scanning the body from foot to head, feet to the top of the head, inviting some softness, some relaxation. And we'll come out of this very gently by wiggling your fingers and toes. Maybe taking a couple of deeper breaths. You might roll your shoulders. Maybe stretch as if you've just awoken from the perfect amount of rest. Allowing your eyes to open gently. And rather than looking at the screen first, just letting your eyes wander around your space. Just noticing things in your space that catch your attention. I see my water bottle over here. I see the other chair and my camera. I feel the sun and the warmth, and I see the trees out of the corner of my eye. And I hope that this has been a nourishing break for you, and I wish you the very best with the rest of your day. Until next time, take good care and have some water before you move on to what is next.